There was once a small village by the river, where the waves of life came and went quietly. In that village lived a boy named Naomi. He had only one person in the world who truly cared for him, his sweet old grandmother. Her love was his only comfort, but poverty followed them everywhere. Every morning, Naomi went to school with hope in his eyes. By noon, he worked for the richest fisherman in the area, a man named Kalo. Kalo's heart was harder than the river stones. He made Naomi work all day long, and when it was time to pay him, his hands would start to tremble. Naomi would look at his tired hands and whisper to himself, "God, when will this struggle end?" But even in pain, he never stopped studying, never stopped caring for his grandmother. One day, everything changed. Naomi was carrying a big basket of fish when his hand slipped. The basket fell, and all the fish scattered across the ground. Kalo's face turned red with anger. He shouted, "Get out of here, you useless boy! I don't need you anymore. You're not getting a single penny." Those words hit Naomi like fire. Tears filled his eyes as he ran away. He didn't stop until he reached a big old tree at the edge of the village, a tree everyone called the magic tree. He sat under it and cried until he had no tears left. Then, suddenly, something strange happened. The leaves began to glow softly. A bright light appeared, and from that light came a tiny old man, a gnome, with a silver beard and eyes that sparkled like stars. The gnome smiled and said, "My brave boy, why are you crying under this tree? Tell me your story." Naomi told him everything about his hard work, his pain, and the cruelty he faced. The gnome listened carefully and then said, "No more tears, my child. Your honesty, your hard work, and your love for your grandmother will never be wasted. Come. Denga, I'll show you a world where good hearts are always rewarded." Naomi held the gnome's hand and stepped inside the hollow of the tree. It led to a small, colorful city, full of light and laughter. He met other gnomes there, who welcomed him warmly and treated him like family. When it was time to return home, they gave him many small boxes as gifts. Not ordinary boxers, but rewards for his kindness and honesty. Naomi ran home and told his grandmother everything. She was amazed, but a little worried too. Together they opened the boxes, and their eyes widened with surprise. Inside were gold, silver, and shining gems. And in one of the boxes was a beautiful glowing book. A book that taught Naomi new lessons every single day. Naomi finished his studies and grew up to be a kind and wise man. Instead of keeping all his wealth for himself, he built a small school for the fisherman's children, so no child would have to suffer like he once did. Soon, everyone in the town respected him, not as a poor boy, but as a man who turned pain into purpose. And Naomi and his grandmother lived happily ever after, thankful for every blessing that life had given them. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories.